Hello, I'm James Stanley and I'm one of the lead musicians on the plugin project, and I'm here today to help you with a little task that I'd like to set. It's a lyric writing task. Some of you might be sitting there and saying, I have never written a word or a lyric or a poem down ever before and I don't know how to do that. Other people might be really talented, really prolific rappers, songwriters, poets, and other people might feel they fall into a category somewhere in between those two. Whatever your level of experience, it doesn't matter. This video is designed purely just to help you, to give you a few suggestions on ways of getting a little bit of inspiration and some ideas down on a page, so that hopefully you can then continue to build on that. So to help you out, we have recorded 2 backing tracks. Now those backing tracks are going to be really useful and integral to all of the instructions that I'm about to give you. So make sure that you've got a way of listening back to those, whether that's on headphones or through some speakers, because you'll need to keep referring back to them and listening to them in order to help give you a little bit of inspiration. So the first thing to do is take a listen to both of those tracks that you have been sent and choose your favourite. It doesn't matter why, just whichever one appeals to you the most for whatever reason, that is your track. You choose that, and then I would like you to listen to it all the way through and just concentrate on everything that's going on in it, on your headphones, on your speakers. Have a little listen. Once you've done that for the first time, I would like you to go back and listen to it again. But this time, I'd just like you to close your eyes and I'd like you to imagine either a scene from a movie or a TV show or something in a cartoon or in a book or whatever it might be. What scene would this piece of music be playing over? Would it be playing over a really happy scene, a really sad scene, a really energetic scene? Would it be playing over some kind of car chase? Would it be playing over some emotional moment as somebody is walking through a forest with all this golden light streaming down on them? What is in your mind and your imagination visually when you listen to that piece of music? Once you've done that and you've got something really clear in your head, I would like you to try and describe that scene in as much detail as you possibly can. So write down everything from how it looks, describe it, all of the different colours, all of the different things that might be around you, who is there, what are they saying to each other, what kind of conversations are happening, what does it sound like, what kind of noises can you hear, how does it feel to be in that kind of situation and that kind of scene. As much information, as much detail to describe this visual that's in your head. Get it all down on paper, even if you think it's irrelevant at this point. Just lots and lots of information, lots of words, lots of description. Once you've done that, I would like you to go through and underline or circle any of your favourite words in that piece of writing. They don't necessarily have to mean anything. They're just, you might look at them and think that's a great word, I like it, I'm going to circle it. That could be useful. It could be really meaningful, it could be really abstract from this point of view, but just anything as you're going through that stands out to you and that appeals to you. Once you've done that, write down a separate list, so all of those words that you've just chosen, and then next to them, could you try and come up with a rhyme for every single one of those words? So you might be able to do that off the top of your head. You might need to use a rhyming dictionary. You might need to turn to somebody around you and ask for a little bit of help. But see if you can have a list of words that you've used to describe your scene, and then a list of rhymes for those words. Once you've got that, you've got all of the information and all of the inspiration that you need to then move on to the next step. So for some people this might be enough, and you might have already got an idea of what you want to write about, and you might be away, in which case, fantastic. If you're not at that point yet, could I make another suggestion? If you grab a piece of paper, and if you draw a line down the right hand side of this piece of paper, so it looks like this, and then I'd like you to alternate in this column all of your words and then rhyming words, word and then rhyming word, word, rhyming word. So you'll have a list all the way down this side of the page of your word, and then a word that rhymes with that word below it. Next, if you could view this as the end part of your line, see if you can fill in this column to have the sentence that then ends in this word. So as you go through, you can make sure that every single rhyme that you've come up with then has a line attached to it and a word, another line and a rhyming word. And if you've done that, essentially you've already started coming up with some song lyrics, a rap, a piece of poetry, a piece of spoken word. What you do with that next, I will leave completely up to you. So you have now some inspiration, a way of coming up with a few ideas, some words and hopefully some lyrics there. You've then got some music, so a backing track. If you could combine those together in whatever way you feel comfortable with and record it in some kind of way, then you have created a song. So it might be that you feel like you could rap those words over the top of the track that we've sent you. You might want to have a go at singing, coming up with your own melody over the top of that. You might just think about perhaps even speaking the words, doing a sort of spoken word style over the top of that piece of music. Whatever you can do, hopefully that music and these instructions of how to maybe come up with some ideas of lyrics has been really helpful, and gives you a starting point and a few ideas that you can continue to build on.